We are live.
We're live, mate. It's all
Yeah.
go.
I guess the first thing you're going to notice is Mark's not here.
What's happened to Mark?
Mark's gone, mate.
Did Mark get younger?
Yeah. Mark's gone, or you his like brother or something.
Maybe I'm his long lost son.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're lucky enough to have Sam's coming in today. Arnie's in the South Island. So Sam's here. And Sam is from See It.
Yeah.
Sam is the man who has the brand See It, which cleans cars, boats. What else does it clean, mate? Your wallet?
Just about anything. Yeah, no, it's not too hard on the wallet.
That was a
With
joke,
some
mate.
other
That was a
brands.
joke. That was a joke.
No, it's good. It's good stuff. New Zealand made, so
Yeah.
down the road and
Yeah.
we make it all and formulate it all ourselves.
Yeah,
so
g'day,
pretty proud of
Andy's.
it.
So what we're going to do today is I'm going to talk about the tides and the effects the tides have on fishing to give you guys a bit of value for watching. And Sam is going to talk a little bit about See It, and he's also going to give some away.
Yeah,
So
mate.
what are you going to give away, Sam?
We're going to give away one of these applicators, the See It Cannon, which is like you hook the hose on there
Yeah.
and you can just spray down the boat. And
Wow.
you're away. And we'll give it away with a 1 litre bottle.
Yeah.
And all you have to do to enter is put the word See It into the comment section and you're away.
Yeah, so that's right. So quite good value. You get it there, and a litre bottle, that's probably over $100 worth, right?
No, not quite. About
Right.
70.
About $70 worth of See It,
There you
and
go.
you'll send it out to them?
Yeah, we'll ship it from the
S-
warehouse.
Send on the courier?
Yep,
So
yep.
all you have to do, guys, is type in the comments the word
SEAIT.
See It. SEAIT. So you might as well do it right now.
There you go, guys.
Type in
Get
See
there.
It to the comments right now, and you're in the draw. There we go. There's the first one. Thanks, Jonathan. Thanks, Dan.
Look at it go. Cheers, lads.
Look at it go. Thanks, boys. And so let's first talk about what Sam's been doing for his fishing. Then we'll talk about the tides. Then I'll talk about my fishing, and that'll probably bring us to the end of the show. Yeah?
Yeah.
So why don't you talk about how's your fishing going, Sam?
Yeah, it's been all right. Actually, we did a little trip up the far north recently.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, with the guys from Kuma.
Oh, cool.
And they're real good dudes. So
Yeah, yeah.
They did some cool stuff.
Yeah.
And I used a lot of the micro baits.
Oh,
and
nice.
they were going well. The first day wasn't so successful for me. It was 30
Yeah.
knots of wind and
Yeah, a bit hard.
little bit of wind knot problems for me.
Right.
That's user error, so that's on me. But the following day was fantastic.
Oh, good.
Yeah, a lot of micro baits in the wash.
In the wash.
Yeah, we're playing with fire.
That's playing with fire, mate.
Yeah, but when you're playing around on the sand and stuff, they're just so easy to use.
Yeah, and it just out of interest, because I've noticed that even though people are playing with these micro baits in the gnarly terrain, they're landing a few fish. So did many break off?
No, not particularly that day. We was pretty lucky, but the area we were fishing wasn't a lot of weed. It was sort of like straight drop down into some
Right.
sand. So
Yeah.
you're going to be a little bit more lucky there, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm using like a 15-pound leader, which I mean
Right.
some guys are using 10-pound.
Yep.
So I've got a little bit more forgiveness there, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it,
So you're up to
it helps a little
15 pound.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So
talking
it's-
to actually Mark yesterday about it, and I think we're going to have to get 2 rods going. So we've got the Tansui for the freshwater guys, and the saltwater guys with the microbaits want a bit of a longer butt. So we're going to do like an ocean version of the Tansui.
I
The
did
microbaiting.
notice the
Yeah.
shorter butt and the longer butt, you've got more pressure on it, so you want
Yeah.
it further up the arm.
Yeah, so the freshwater guys love the short
Yeah.
butt, and the saltwater guys like a bit of a longer butt.
We do.
Yeah,
we do.
yeah. So that's going to happen. And was there any particular style or shape that you like the most?
I've got the little, I don't think it's a jerk shad, it's got a bit of tail to it, just a white, just straight
Oh,
up
the
white.
TRD minnow, just like a tube
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You know, that's
Really
a good
effective.
one. That's what I've been using too.
Everything inhales it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean everything.
It's crazy, eh?
You just wave them around and it literally you can leave them over the side of the boat and it's just simple. It's so easy.
Yeah. It's like amazing. Just about wherever you go, you're catching fish, eh?
Yeah. I mean, you have to kind of weed through the smaller ones, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I think it's just easy pickings, right? Like,
Yeah.
So-
No, I've been last fishing trip. I went out to Browns Island,
Yeah.
and just around there, some real shallow areas,
Yeah,
and some
yeah.
good current running in between, like a rock and Browns Island, and just the carway just sitting there feeding, and there's
Yeah.
snapper in there as well. And I had put my haswing down, just kind of anchored, or well, not anchored, with the
Yeah,
haswing
spot
just
lock.
off to the side of the current, and casting my little microbaits into that current, a bit like salmon fishing or something. And man, it was so much fun. We caught all kinds of fish. And the best news is I didn't catch any milky snapper. I haven't caught any milky snapper now for a few weeks.
Neither, actually.
They were real big fat ones, you know, when you fillet them, you've got the knife all fatty. So, yes. So it's, I'm glad to see that the milky ones have gone away. And we've got a bit of a comment here from Andy Riley. Yep, a nice round butt, that's what he likes.
Can't go wrong.
How about you, Sam?
Can't go wrong.
What kind of butt do you like?
I do like a long butt, nice round butt.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Why
So
not?
putting Sam on the spot here on the live show. See how he performs, eh?
My wife might see this and go,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah, my wife will see it. Remember, to win some see it, type the words SEA-IT and you'll be in the draw. Right, now what I'm going to talk about now, Sam, is the tides.
Okay,
The tides have a huge influence on when the fish bite.
Yeah.
So if you start planning your trips to coincide with the best bite times, your catch rate's going to go up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to explain it here in Auckland, but you can apply this to anywhere, is how I use the tides to catch more fish. So let's start at high tide.
Yep.
So generally speaking, when the water's flown in or out, creating some current, that's when the fish feed.
Yeah.
But they won't feed at the same tempo throughout that tidal run. So what I've found is just after high tide, they're having a bit of a rest because there's no current. As soon as that first little inkling of tide starts, you get a good bite. Yeah?
Okay. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
you get that?
You're teaching me here.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
learning.
teaching you too. And so as soon as that tide starts, you get a good bite. Yeah?
Okay, yep.
And then the current kind of fills in and you get quite a current flow happening. And then you still get a bite, but it's not as intense as that first little, say, hour of the first part of the outgoing tide. And then the best part is when the tide starts to slow down on the outgoing tide. So the bottom 2 hours, 2 hours before low tide until low tide, that's the best time. And it gets better and better and better until low tide comes along. And just before the current, as it starts to slow down and just before it stops, that's the very best time to go fishing in Auckland. And
Okay.
especially on the outgoing tide, because our prevailing winds are southwesterly, so the tide and the wind all lines up. So when you're planning your fishing trip, if you look at the weather and it's a southwesterly, which it is, you know, pretty much, more not recently, but that's our prevailing wind, it's that last half of the outgoing tide where you want to be out there fishing.
Yep.
Not early in the morning, not late at night, none of that stuff. That is the best time to go. Now, low tide comes along, they have a bit of a rest,
Yep.
and then once again, when that tide picks up to come in, you'll get a little bit of a bite as well.
Yeah.
And then the tide starts flowing at full strength through the middle of the tide, and so they slow down a bit, and then top of the tide, when it starts to slow down at the top, you get
Picks up
another
again.
good bite there
Yeah.
as well. It's because the fish are, you know, they're realizing that that feeding period is coming to an end, so they start gorging themselves.
Yeah.
And that's what I've found really important, and especially when there's heaps of bait around, like there is at the moment, where these fish can just feed pretty much all the time. So you want to be there at the right time.
You want them when they're going
So
home.
you want to
Yep.
start planning when you're actually going.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's
Yep.
that's tides. So study the tides, and you know, southwesterly wind, fish the last half of the outgoing tide. Northeasterly, easterly winds, which we're having a bit of now, fish the incoming tide and the
Yep.
last part of the incoming tide.
Perfect.
And your catch rates will go through, they'll go up quite a lot.
Yeah.
I notice people going out there, especially in the anchovy seasons, is they go out there and they can't find it. Well, they can find the birds, but nothing's happening. They're casting lures, they're not happening. That's because the fish aren't feeding, because you're there at the wrong time.
You want them when they're biting.
Yeah. And once you figure out what that bite time is, say it starts 2 hours before low tide, the next day that bite time would have moved about 45 minutes forward
With the tide.
with the tide,
Yeah.
because the tide moves about an hour up each day.
Yeah.
So then you can start planning, if they bit at 11 yesterday, if I'm going to go fishing in 2 days' time, I want to make sure I'm there at 1 o'clock
Yeah.
to get that
absolutely.
same bite, yeah?
Yeah.
So that's a little bit about the tides, guys, and you wind with the tide. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Fishing wind on tide is pretty difficult, like at the best of times. So you want
Yeah.
it with it, like sometimes I'll just pack it up if you've got a bit of wind on tide, because the boat's simply not going to work well.
Yeah, and so that's tides, and also, you know, the moon phase is pretty important as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm always looking for that period about a week before the full moon.
Yeah, that's when it lights up.
Leading up to the full moon, which is like now. That's when, you know, you're going to have a better chance of catching fish. And so that is why I spend quite a bit of time trip planning, Sam.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to go randomly when I have time. Now, sometimes I will, but if I can plan it, say, this day I'll get southwesterly wind. The last part of the outgoing tide is, say, 10 a.m. in the morning. I'm saying that's going to be a good morning bite.
Yeah.
And I'll try and fish a whole tide run.
Yeah.
I'll try not to be there for a tide turn. Like if
it's an hour of nothing, right?
It's an hour, or 2 hours of nothing. So if you got high tide at 10, I don't want to go out there fishing, you know, leave at 8, get there at 9. You know, you have to wait till 10. You have to wait till 11 before you get any action.
Yeah.
So that's 9, 10, 3 hours of waiting. You might get, you know, say, the fish aren't biting now and go home.
Yeah.
So really important, guide. Tides. Any questions about the tides out there, put them in the comments and we'll answer them for you.
Hey, and just on the tides, a good little boating tip when you are planning around, you know, those bigger trips, Great Barrier, Little Barrier. If you're hitting the water at slack tide, that trip's going to be much smoother, right? Because there's no water movement. You're only relying on the wind to create that chop.
Right.
So if you travel and fish a full tide, go travel that hour or that 45 minutes on the slack tide, because then you fish that 6 hours and come back on the slack tide again.
Yes.
And then that Jellicoe channel or that Craddock channel is smooth.
Well, you can even get better than that, Sam. So when you've got wind against tide, it makes waves.
Yeah.
When you've got wind going with the tide, it flattens waves down.
Absolutely.
So it's even better than slack tide.
Yeah.
Is the wind and going the same
working
way.
together.
And it can make a huge difference, especially places like the Jellicoe Channel. It can go
place.
from little windlets, waves that big for one tide, and then as soon as the tide changes, same wind strength, they can triple or quadruple in size.
Yeah.
So especially when you're doing passage planning as well, if you're planning to go over to Barrier, try and make your trips so you're avoiding those wind against tide areas through the Craddock and Jellicoe channels, and it'll make a huge difference to your trip.
Yeah, that's going to make your trip much nicer when
you're
working on that.
Yeah.
Always check the wind.
Yeah.
that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
I typically will travel over slack tide to Barrier, fish one tide, and then travel back after that tide's done.
Yeah.
And I know if there's no current, and it's going to pick up after that hour, just blast through.
Yeah. And the old saying is, don't trust the southwesterly in Auckland either, mate.
Yeah.
So when you feel that southwesterly starting to build out there, I'll generally
get out of there.
Get out of there pretty quick.
Yeah.
Some other tips about when it's a bit windy where to go fishing. You'll often see down on the Firth of Thames, it's a lot calmer than say north of Waiheke, and the reason is because you've got Waiheke and the Moehia range creating a little kind of subclimate for the wind. So often, if you're decide not to go fishing because it's too windy out in the middle, have a look at the forecast down on the Firth, and it can often be a lot less, and you'll still be able to get out there. Yeah.
They're just at 30 metres, right? They're just mooching around on the sand.
Yeah.
So you just do big long drifts and you pick fish up.
Well, the Firth of Thames, that's a massive fish trap, mate?
Oh, absolutely.
They all get blown into there, and they can't get out, and so when it's going off down there, it's just on fire.
I've heard of a lot of big fish being caught from anglers just doing big drifts through there with sliders and things, and it's easy fishing.
Yeah. And we've got the boat show coming up soon, eh?
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to be there, Sam, with your See It?
Yeah, we'll be there with See It. So pop by, and I'm sure we'll have some deals on it there. You can come talk to Wayne.
Yep.
And abuse him if you want.
There you go. Go and abuse Wayne. That's straight from Sam.
Yeah, go for it. We'll just be floating around. We do have a stand, so pop by, come say hi. Any questions or anything on the product, we're happy to chat to you. What about you guys?
We're going to be, we've got a few stands there on some of the retailers' stands, and also be spending some time on the Innovision boat stand. So make sure he's got 4 really nice boats. He's flat out building them at the moment to be on the stand at Innovision. So if you're interested in a new boat or even checking out the Innovision boats, make sure you come along to this year's boat show. I think it's going to be quite a good one. Yep. I think you're going to find quite a few good deals going at this year's boat show. Last year's, no one had enough stock. It was crazy buying. This year, as you know, the economy slowed down a bit. There's a bit more stock around, so I reckon there's going to be some pretty good deals going down at the boat show, Sam.
It's always a good time picking up deals on fishing gear, right?
Yeah, mate.
The missus is a bit happier when you're not spending so much money.
Yeah, I guess you'll be doing deals on the Sea It too, will you?
Oh, absolutely. We'll have some stuff available. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. And what are your plans for your next fishing trip, Sam?
Actually, we are going to Christchurch, me and the missus.
Oh, wow.
So I was going to try and see if I can tuck in a little canal freshwater trip.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I'll be asking the lads down there for some help.
Yeah. Well, Arnie's down there at the moment.
Well, there we go.
And,
hopefully he's there next weekend.
Yeah, and we've got quite a few Z-mans that are working in the canals quite well.
Yeah.
Probably see a few of our guys down there just absolutely catching like trout every day, mate, on Z-mans at the moment down there.
Yeah, there's some monsters down there.
Yeah, and we've got these little micro finesse baits coming soon, which are only 1.75 inches. So I'm going to have a go of those for my micro bait. I might even try this aging. I'm not sure how you say it.
Aging.
It's for the catching yellowtail, off the land. That looks like a whole lot of fun too. Little tiny lures, and I've joined the New Zealand aging group. Sorry guys if I'm saying it wrong, but I've joined. So it's a pretty cool little group.
Are you saying you're getting old? Is it?
No, these are all young fellas in there.
Aging?
Oh, aging, yeah. So it's a pretty cool little group, and I'm just getting really into this light stuff.
Wicked.
So, probably in about another 5 years, I'll be targeting whitebait or something, Sam.
How big were those baits, people?
Eh? The light? I don't know. Yeah. So, my size of my fish is certainly going down in size.
Oh, it's fun though,
but
right?
I'm just enjoying the light tackle so much.
What size reels are you using?
I'm using 2,500.
Yeah.
I've got like a Shimano, a Vanfit, I think it's called.
Yeah.
It's a carbon fibre one, and I just do it because it's so light.
Yeah.
And really nice drag. So I'm really happy with that reel.
Yeah. Anything that size. I've got a little ITX that I quite like, and I think you can get away with just about any reel of that size because you're not putting heat on it, and the drag you're running so light that it should be smooth.
I think as long as it's lightweight, because the rods are really lightweight as well. So I think as long as it matches the rod, that's that's good. Yeah. So look out for some new style Z-mans coming through soon. I've just placed the sample order yesterday, and also we've got another brand that we're going to be having here soon.
What's that?
It's quite a famous brand, and it's called Grundon's. Grundon's fishing clothing. If you look, remember the show, the Deadliest Catch?
I do.
And on there they've got all this commercial gear that they wear. It's a Swedish company that started off in the commercial fishing sector. Now they're branched out and they're huge in America.
Wow.
And they've got all the recreational clothing and shoes and jandals and jackets and bibs
you
and
guys are going to
all
be
kinds of
looking
things.
the part
So we've got the agency for that, which is pretty exciting. So I'm going to get the first samples of that in soon, but it's really cool gear. Check it out. It's Grundon, spelled Grunden's. And if you want to win this, type in the comments, "See it," and Sam's going to pick a winner and send it out to you.
Yeah,
so
I'll give you guys a buzz.
Can't be any easier than that, right?
Yeah. Super easy. Get in there. You'll love it. Makes washing the boat down pretty easy, right?
It's huge in the States.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, thanks, Becky. Oh, it's coming here. Becky and Michael, our favourite fans. So good. Engine, mate. Mark looks younger today. Yeah, that's what we said. I didn't wonder what happened.
Yeah, time machine.
Time machine.
Been hitting the cosmetic places, mate. Bit of Botox and all that, yeah.
Sam's probably, he's pretty good fishing, old Sam, young Sam here.
I wouldn't say that.
Hey? You're not bad, mate.
Oh, flukes, mate. I just go out for fun.
And you also do like digital creative marketing as well.
I do, yeah.
So if anyone's wanting for a cool dude to do some digital work, he's pretty good too. He does my stuff. Does t-shirts, and he's the best thing about Sam, and being a disorganised person like me, I say, Sam, can you do that? And he just sorts the whole thing. It's not a million phone calls going back and forth.
Make it easier.
Just makes it happen.
Stress-free.
So you can get hold of Sam if you want that stuff too.
What other comments have we got here? Huge in the States.
See it. That's talking about Grundon's, Engine Park. Big Pooch out at Anchorite and Channel Island, getting out there. Yeah, mate. It's World Cup season is now officially on. And, I went out there, I've been out there a couple of times, and it's just so easy, mate. I'm just, I did a little test the other day, just with the G-bombs, just stopped randomly out in the 45 metre mark, about 4 different stops, not marking fish or anything. Let's just drop the lures down and see if there's any fish here. Every drop, mate. Every
They
time we
just
stop,
bite it, eh?
there's a fish.
There you go.
And, you know, and the milky flesh ones have gone away a bit too. Like, I don't know, hopefully I'm not talking out of school here, but I reckon the issue is also there's so many snapper.
Too many snapper.
There's so many.
Are
I've
they
never seen so many. Especially the smaller ones, they're just like almost like a plague proportion of snapper out there.
Yeah, I haven't had any milky snapper lately.
Yeah.
They do make great dog food because I don't really want to eat them. They might be fine to eat, but my dog appreciates it.
How's the, here's Jaden Miller. How's the pilly sauce handle, Sam? So what
I'm
happened
coming
there?
for you, Jaden.
What happened there, Sam? Can you tell what's happened
We
there?
Lure Masters 2020 or 2021. We met up with Jaden at the boat ramp, and I put a banana on his boat,
Oh yeah.
and I think I got him there because he didn't catch much fish. Following day, he put secret sauce on every handle of the car, the trailer coupling,
Yeah.
and we would like get it off our hands and be like, all right, can't be any more, and you'd go to get another handle and get again, you know. So we had a lot of secret sauce everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
It must have cost him a fortune to do. Hey, there was literally so
Really?
much secret
Oh,
sauce.
Go Jaden. Well done, mate.
But I'll get him back.
Yeah, well, another good trick. I was down at North Shore hunting fishing the other day where Mark's working and popped them to see him. They're all a bunch of shenanigans going on down there.
I
So
bet
they'd put secret sauce on the wiper blades of Justin Russell's car.
Oh,
So he was going on a rainy day, so he went to turn his windscreen wipers on, and then secret sauce smudges all over
could
his
have used some
windscreen.
of this, mate. That
Could
would
have
have
used
solved
see it,
the
you reckon,
problem.
mate?
Yeah. This will get that right off.
Oh, mate, there you go, Justin. Maybe you need some see it, mate.
Yeah. Give me a bell. We'll sort you out.
Yeah, I use it. You know how I use it, Sam? I use it in my water blaster.
I do too. I've been using it in the
So
water
this stuff
blaster.
here,
Fantastic.
I don't use it in this thing. I put it, you know, on your water blaster, those little you got a little contain,
Soap
a little
dispenser.
soap. So you pour it in there. I dilute it about 5-to-1, something like that.
Yeah.
And you just turn the mode of the water blaster to spray all the foam over. So you spray all the foam over, I leave it, then I blast it off. Good as new, mate.
Yeah, if you've got a water blaster, you can run it through there, no problems.
Yeah.
And it does foam up
Yeah,
really well.
that's mean
I
on
spray the
water.
house with it, man.
Do you?
So my
Clean the
grandma's got, no, it's safe to use around on the dog. Spray
Yeah.
the missus when she's annoying, you know.
Put it in the shower, water blaster,
Yeah,
have it a
mate.
go, mate.
Yeah, no, we spray the house with it. Grandma's in Marsden Cove on the water there, and she gets a lot of salt up on the windows. Spray it all down, man. Comes
Yeah?
up mint.
Yeah.
There you go.
That could be a good thing, Sam.
Yeah.
Just sort of a bit of a stunt for us.
What do we do?
We put someone in Speedos,
And spray them.
we spray them, we foam up, we see it, and then water blast them.
Should we cover them in secret
Like
sauce
how,
first,
you
mate?
know, guys, have you guys got any ideas how, you know, what would be a prize for someone to do that? You know, who would do that? Wayne might do it
Put them in a Speedo.
at the boat
Do
show.
people want to see that?
Put them in the Speedos, put them in that pool, put it in the Lusty and Blundell pool,
Oh, there
and,
we go.
and foam them up with a see it, and watch Wayne swim around with see it all over him.
I
That'd be
don't know if
quite
people
good.
want to see that.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Wow. So, guys, we're coming to the end of the show now. Has anyone got any questions? And just before we do go, if you're there, type in see it to win some see it.
There we go.
Yeah, and so next show, we've got Arnie's in the South Island, but I've got a guy called Manny. Do you know Manny?
Manny
he's
Fish?
he's very active
He's
in
a-
the space of preserving our snapper. He caught my attention because he's quite controversial and he causes, you know, a bit of disruption, and I love people like that.
Oh, yeah, no, he's
So-
a good dude. He's a good
So I
dude.
want to get Manny on the show, and so he can talk to us about his discoveries about the snapper fishery, because I'm really interested, and I'm
Yep.
sure you are too. And see if he can, rack everyone up a bit. That'd be cool.
Yeah, he's big on releasing big fish, which I think's awesome.
Yeah.
He catches a lot of big snapper and lets a lot of the big ones go.
Yeah.
Or all of the big ones go.
All the big ones
I think
go.
that's very important for keeping
Yeah.
the big dogs
But
alive.
he's done a
right?
lot of research and study, so it'll be good to get some perspective of what his thoughts are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's clued up. He's also got a new boat, which is sick.
Right.
So, yeah. What fuel do you use?
What fuel would I use?
Is that
I
on the
don't
Honda,
know.
mate?
Yeah,
The
I don't
mighty
know.
Honda?
I haven't measured it, but all I can tell you, mate, is when I go to the fuel pump to fill up, it's a lot less than some other boats I've had.
I've got the same engine as you, Paul.
Yeah.
And we both got Honda 135. Or I've got a 135. You've got a
Yeah, I got a
150.
135, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mate, I can go to Waiheke back on 10 litres.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's like mental.
I'm-
The economy's mental on Hondas.
Oh, they're so good.
Yeah.
7-year warranty.
Well, I
mate.
think, the other day I was going about 22 knots. I was burning about 14, 15 litres an hour.
Mine's the same. Yeah.
Something about that. Like if you go flat out, sure. But if you just go about 20 knots, man, she's pretty economical.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Mine's about 14 litres.
Is yours the digital control one?
No, I
Right.
opted out for that. I didn't have the budget for that. But the drive-by-wire system's amazing.
Yeah, and we've got my mate JD from Miami watching. JD and I used to work together on super yachts. Hi JD, it's been a long time, mate. Hope you're well over there in Miami.
Miami. I was just
Yeah,
talking
he
to
lives
my
in
wife
Miami,
about
mate.
going there.
Yeah, I loved it over there, JD. Didn't we have some fun, mate? Man, what a place to live. You
Good
know,
fishing?
sunshine every day.
Is he good fishing in
Oh
Miami?
yeah, Gulfstream.
I'll have to message this
Bass.
JD guy.
Yeah, it's just the best, mate.
Oh.
Do you live in Maraetai? Is that talking to you, I think,
Is
Sam?
that talking to me? No, I live in South Auckland.
Yeah.
I live just down near Mangere Bridge there.
Right.
It must be my doppelganger or something,
Yeah.
you know.
All right.
we got?
Well, I think that's about all we got to say. Unless you've something else you want to say, Sam.
No, that's all right.
Just,
I'm looking forward to work-up season. It's going to be easy fish.
Now, mate.
What are you using in the work-ups?
G-bombs, man. But I'm
G-bombs.
almost starting to feel a bit guilty because they work so good, to be honest with you.
It's like sliders, eh?
It's just getting a bit too easy,
Got
eh?
a challenge, eh?
Yeah.
If I'm wash fishing and I'm not doing well and the fish aren't biting,
Yeah.
just go head into it.
Or just head out 40 metres, drop a G-bomb down. And
Done.
get
Easy
your feet.
fishing.
And I've been eating a lot of snapper lately because it's that real good conditioned, when the fillets are real thick and the fish are real
Whiter on the
plump.
skin.
Oh yeah, and your fish fingers are just delectable.
Oh, mate.
Oh mate, I'm just getting hungry
I'm going to
now.
have to come around for dinner.
And I'm making
tonight.
ceviche as well.
Are you?
Oh yeah, love ceviche, the Mexican style with no coconut cream.
Yeah.
Just chop up your snapper real small, soak it in lime juice for say half an hour, squeeze the lime juice out, add red onions, green
Avocado?
peppers,
Have you had it with avocado on it?
No.
Amazing.
coriander, salt and pepper, and have it on trickers, have it on snacks biscuits.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's to die for,
It's a
mate?
different texture,
Yeah,
right?
it's
You're
so
gonna have
good.
to- Bit
Yeah.
crispy, but
Oh,
soft.
so
Perfect.
nice, mate. I used to love it. And you know what else? I've been eating a lot of kawai, mate. So I'm actually going to make a video about it soon. So my kawai, I'm ikiing, which is quite hard to do. You have to get the hang of it right through the centre of the head and angle back a
tough
bit.
day.
Bleed it straight into ice. Let it sit in the ice for a day. Fillet it. Put it in a brine.
Yep.
Just salt and brown water. 24 hours in the brine. Take it out of the brine. Wash all the brine off. Dry it with handy towels. Put it in the fridge again, open, so it dries for about
Okay.
24, 36 hours. So it dries out.
So you're like 3-day process here.
Yes, 3 days, and then I smoke it, and
Yeah.
man, it's a lot firmer.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So
like
it's not too watery.
It's not
Yeah.
a watery, and
Yeah.
this is proper smoked fish, and man, it's delicious. Eh? And this is kawai, and then also the triggers. Don't get those real big ones. Get the medium-sized ones.
One's in the local.
Yeah, just
workups.
around Browns Island and stuff.
Yep.
And close. Just those, not too big because they've got a lot less of the bloodlines in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but man, it's delicious. They beat snapper any day. And I'm really looking forward to doing this RG fishing and trying a jackmack, mate.
Oh, there we go. Jack Mac.
Yeah,
I've never tried a Jack Mac.
no, but
They make good liveys.
every time I go to Japan, everyone's, you got to have this.
Delicacy.
I want the best sushi. They give you a yellowtail, mate.
And you're looking at it going, I put this on my hook to get a kingy.
Yeah. Yeah.
One little thing that I want to point out with those microbaits is I've been fishing with the missus and the mother-in-law,
Yeah.
and when we're in the workups,
Yeah.
Match the Hatch has never been more true with all these little white baits and things
Oh,
running.
yes. Are
And
you talking about the
anchovies.
inshore work?
Yeah.
Inshore.
They're using like a little grub or like a curly tail,
Yeah.
and I'm using a microbait, and I'm destroying them. Like
Yeah.
there's- we're both doing the same action, just over
Yeah.
the side of the boat, and they're just simply slightly bigger than they're using something slightly bigger than
Yeah.
what's in the water,
Yeah.
and they're just not catching
Yeah. No.
as much. They're still getting fish,
Yeah.
but I'm just
Oh,
literally
mate,
hits the
it's
bottom
like-
and it's over.
I still can't, this microbaiting, I keep on harping on about it. But
It's easy.
You catch way more fish. You really do.
Yeah,
And-
absolutely.
And if you've got a guy soft baiting next to you and you're microbaiting, overall you're going to smash him to pieces.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
fished places with Joel Hodgson,
Oh, yeah.
Hodgson recently.
Yeah.
And I'd never fished in that particular spot, and all of us were hooked up, 4 of us at once,
Yeah.
when we're mucking around doing a video.
Yeah.
And I said, I just didn't think there'd be fish there. But because
Yeah.
we're using microbaits,
Yeah.
and I'd fished there previously, similar
Right.
tides,
Yeah.
with a bigger bait and not had any luck. So
Yeah.
it just goes to show.
Yeah.
smaller baits.
Yeah, man.
And
I love it, eh?
Yeah, I particularly like the white ones because they stand out. But maybe the sort of more natural colours will work better. I don't know, because I think Andre uses like a more natural colour and does probably way better than I do. So
Yeah.
I don't know if the colour matters that much. Maybe it's a contrast thing, but
Yeah.
they're just so good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So,
we've been talking for 30 minutes, Sam.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh, and I was late.
And you're late, so we're going to wrap it up now. And once again, thanks to Winger Subaru. Good dudes down here if you were thinking about a new car.
I want a new car.
No hardcore pressure, just come out. They actually tell quite a few jokes as well. Quite funny guys. And I've got a new car today.
Did you?
Yeah.
Where is that? What one?
Just out there, I've got another Subaru. So that's pretty cool. So I'd do some more adventures in that. But if you're in the market for a car, guys, and you don't want the high pressure salesman, come here and you can actually have a bit of fun at the same time. They've got coffee, they've got beers in the fridge, and they've got heaps of cars and really genuinely nice people to deal with. So thank you, Winger Subaru, and we'll catch you again soon.
See you
And
guys.
thanks, Sam, for coming on the show.
No problem.
Okay, see you later.
See you guys. Hey, we'll pick the winner tonight. So keep tagging in the comment section and I'll jump on there with See It and pick a winner.
Sweet.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Have a good day.